What if the original Power Rangers had Pokemon to help them in battle instead of their Dinozords? Today we have 6 new trainers and a professor, and if you're a fan of the original Power Rangers like I was when I was growing up as a kid, then I think you're going to love the work of Fakemon Lab, and I've linked their Instagram down in the description for you to go and check them out. Let's get straight into our first trainer, who is Zach Taylor, the Black Power Ranger. They were played by the actor Walter Emmanuel Jones in the original show. Fun fact, as a kid, I had the Black Power Ranger outfit, probably because we looked similar. Now, Zach's partner Pokemon is Trunkel, the pure rock type Pokemon. And of course, Zach's Dinozord was a woolly mammoth, so this is based on the woolly mammoth as well. I think the coloring really matches it really nicely. We've got the black color for most of the fur here. Although the fur isn't really furry, it's definitely kind of straight cut and very metallic looking, which kind of matches the vehicle or the Zord that we have as well. I think the yellow on the outskirts of it is really nice as well. Definitely matches the original Zord. It's interesting that the trunk is really small, but it does have a bit of like armor plating, thick armor plating on the front of its face there for protection. But overall, it looks really cute and very happy. I like this one. But then that evolves into Blastodon, which changes to a steel and rock type Pokemon now. Overall matches the shaping of the original Dinozord, being very bulky and very thick, and I think it would be a really defensive kind of Pokemon. I love the large hooked tusks that it's got. It's got a bit of a stoic expression as well, but we can see that armor that was originally a large portion of the face for the pre-evolution has just got a small armored square on the top of its head now. Before we get to the next Power Rangers Pokemon trainer, you guys know Elestrals, right? The incredible TCG created by A-Drive? Well, what's even more exciting is that A-Drive has teamed up with Shady Penguin to create Elestrals Awakened, which has just added its own Kickstarter. Elestrals Awakened is a 2.5D pixel art monster catching RPG, and the whole thing is based on ancient Greek mythology. You can bond with one of 8 different elemental spirits and uncover the mysteries of the Titan War by exploring a truly incredible world. There are over 100 different Elestrals, so you can construct your perfect team to take on the divines such as Zeus and Poseidon, as well as use empowerment and unleash awakened forms. There are even Stellar Rare Elestrals, which is like a shiny version but with different abilities and features, as well as the different color form. You can back the Elestrals Kickstarter right now to unlock heaps of unmissable content, which includes some limited time only perks, so check it out right now in the link in the description so you don't miss out. Okay, let's get back to it. Our second Pokemon trainer is Kimberly Hart, the Pink Power Ranger, who is of course played by Amy Jo Johnson in the original show. Kim's partner Pokemon is Aeroptile, the pure rock type Pokemon. Of course, her Zord was the Pterodactyl, so we've got our little baby Pterodactyl here, which is looking very cute. I love that the head is really large compared to the rest of the body, which is a bit small, especially that neck is looking very thin. But it does look like it's got maybe a little bit of attitude or maybe a little bit of ferocity there behind it. We can see the eye, I think, is making it look like it's got a little bit of attitude, and the teeth there as well. Even though it's a baby, it's got some sharp teeth. Then that evolves into Predactyl, which is now a steel and rock type Pokemon. I really think it's a clever name there, how it's got Predator in it. I think that's really nice. And definitely makes it seem like it's aggressive, like I said, for the pre-evolution as well. Now on Megazord, the Pterodactyl actually folds in to make like a bit of an armored breastplate. So I think the overall design here looking very flat, especially with the feet being really folded up and close to the body makes sense. And the wings almost look like they can fold in as well. So it definitely looks like it can fit within the Megazord there, which is really nice. Our third Pokemon trainer is Billy Cranston, which is the Blue Power Ranger, of course, and that's played by the actor David Yost. So his partner Pokemon is Triceratops, the pure rock type Pokemon. Of course, his Zord was a Triceratops, but I love this cute little guy. I think he looks so cute, but so angry, like a little ball of anger, which I think is really cute. He's got really small horns, but I don't know, the eyes and the head being quite large is really cute. It evolves into Forceraptops, which is a steel and rock type again. The shaping of this Pokemon is definitely much catered towards the leg of Megazord here. We can see it's a very low, flat, solid kind of design here. I do really like the large horns that it's got. I think that's really nice and actually gives it a bit of shape to the Pokemon compared to the rest of it, which is very bulky and solid looking. Then next is our fourth trainer, who is Trini Kwan, the Yellow Power Ranger, and that's played by the actor Tui Trang. Her partner Pokemon is Sabredon, the pure rock type, and we can see obviously based on the saber-toothed tiger because that's what her Dinozord was based on. And I think it's pretty clear that all of the base forms here are rock type Pokemon. They're kind of like fossil Pokemons anyway because they're all prehistoric, so I feel that kind of makes sense. Sabredon then evolves into Steelodon, which is again a steel and rock type Pokemon. Like all the base forms being rock type, all the evolutions are steel and rock type, which definitely makes sense with the prehistoric elements, but obviously they're all very mechanical as well, so giving it that steel element there. This design's quite interesting. I feel it's quite different to the other ones, which are definitely based on the shaping for what they would become in Megazord. But for this one, it's definitely more based on the saber-toothed cat design itself. We've got those long limbs. It definitely has some rigidness to it, but not as much as some of the other ones. It's definitely looking a bit more animalistic, I think, as well. So I think that works really nicely for this design here. Our fifth trainer is Jason Lee Scott, of course, the Red Ranger, a lot of people's favorite Ranger, and this was played by Austin St. John in the original show. Jason's partner Pokemon is Tyrannovice, the pure rock type Pokemon, and his Dinozord, of course, was based on a T-Rex. Similar here to what we saw in the previous design, or a couple of the other designs actually, where the head is quite large compared to the rest of the body, which definitely works for like a baby kind of design here. I think that makes it look really cute, but we can definitely see like within the eyes and the face and the teeth that it's got, that it has got a bit of aggressiveness to it as well. It evolves into Titanosaur, of course, a steel and rock type Pokemon. Again, like we saw with the yellow Pokemon Ranger, not so much designed around the shaping of it for the Megazord, but more so just based on the actual animal that it's based on. So this is, of course, based on the T-Rex. So this is looking a lot more like a T-Rex rather than looking like the vehicle. I think the segmented look in the tail definitely gives it that robotic look though, which works really well for the rest of this design here. But even like the jaw and the teeth looking very metallic as well. Overall, looking really, really cool though. And then next we have Tommy Oliver, who is of course the Green Power Ranger, and they were played by Jason David Frank in the original TV show. So the Green Ranger is actually a little bit different to the other 5 Power Rangers because he was originally under the control of Rita Repulsa, but then became one of the Power Rangers, so his Pokemon is a little bit different to the others. Tommy's partner Pokemon is Drakid, who is now a pure dragon type Pokemon. Now, Tommy's Zord wasn't a prehistoric animal like the rest of them were. His was something different. His Zord was the Dragon Zord. The greens and the silvers, I think, work really, really well. But also, like the yellow crest that it has on its belly, I think is also a nice touch as well. That evolves into Dracaesar, which is now a steel and dragon type Pokemon. I really like that it's got the name Caesar in the name, which definitely sort of plays on the aspects from the storyline within the Power Rangers TV show. But I think overall this looks really awesome. It definitely matches his Zord. It's definitely looking very large and dangerous and imposing. I think the shoulder pad is looking really cool. It's got that big crest on the chest now as well, which is a different shape and design from the original, but still shows there's some kind of element there, which is nice. But I really like that segmented tail again, but this one's quite different to the Red Power Ranger one. It's segmented, but it's got a really large spiky spear head on the end of it as well. Now, while this isn't actually a Fakemon region, it's just a bit of fun artwork that the artist has done. We do have a professor for this region, and of course it's Professor Zordon. Who else could it possibly be? And he's got his own 2-partner Pokemon as well, or he's got his own partner Pokemon that evolves. So that is Alphabot. So we actually don't know the typing for this. It doesn't have anything about it within this image here, but I think it definitely makes sense to have a very robotic and maybe like an AI inspired Pokemon here to match Zordon. It's interesting, I think it's holding like a little egg with a little sort of capsule device as well, which is kind of cool. But then we've got Alphabot that evolves into Yellow Ninja Bear, which surely can't be its name. I think it actually needs a name maybe, but we can see our Yellow Ninja Bear look there, which definitely kind of matches the other designs that we have. And I think it's looking really cool how it's got like a dagger or something, or maybe a mini spear within its mouth, but it's still looking very robotic like the other ones as well, but looking very cool. I hope you've enjoyed going through the work of Fakemon Lab with me. Make sure to check out some of these Fakemon videos as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.